Welcome back to the Corporate Sister TV. This is Solange Lopes from thecorporatesister.com. In today's video, we're discussing 7 easy ways to develop your self-confidence in and outside of work. As working women, it can be quite challenging to muster the courage and fearlessness needed in order to allow our voices to be heard and to maximize our potential in and outside of work. We face a number of obstacles and barriers, especially in the workplace, that often tend to silence our voices and stand in the way of us really reaching the heights of our potential professionally and personally. It can seem like not having enough self-confidence and not mustering the courage to do things such as speaking up at work or taking more initiative in and outside of the workplace can be a permanent handicap. However, it is not the case, as I have found myself as an introvert and as someone who feared the thought of really being and showing myself as more confident in the workplace. I've learned that there are actually practical and very powerful ways to develop this self-confidence that we all need in order to muster our own potential in and outside of the workplace. These are simple ways that only require us to practice them as often as possible and to change our mindset around what it means to be confident in and outside of work. One of these ways is to change our mindset around self-confidence. One of the most prevalent misconceptions around self-confidence is that it is innate, right? You're either born with confidence or you're not, right? Wrong. Confidence is actually a skill that you can develop and even master in the course of your work and life experience. It takes a few targeted practices and a lot of commitment in order to keep doing those things and to keep repeating those actions that in the end help us feel more confident and help us go in the direction of success in our work and in our lives, whatever that definition of success is for us. It's important for us to really change this mindset around confidence and not just think that because someone is not naturally confident that they can never acquire the confidence they need as a skill. I am living proof that you can actually acquire the confidence you need, develop it, and even master it and do things like speaking on video as an introvert and getting way beyond your comfort zone in order to improve and advance in your life in general and in your career or business in particular. The second way that we can really muster the confidence that we need in and outside of work is summarized by Nike very successfully in their tagline, and it is just do it. Even if and when you feel the fear, just do it. It is more empowering to do the action than just to be motivated and inspired and keep delaying the time when you will actually perform the action that requires you to be confident. A very, very good way of really acquiring confidence as a skill is just doing those things that scare the living hell out of you. It may be speaking up at a meeting. It may be taking on a new volunteering project. It may be transitioning to a new department or even asking for an opportunity that really scares you. But the point is, just doing it helps you muster the confidence. You don't have to have the confidence in order to do it. You need to do it in order to muster the confidence. A third way is to say yes. Right along the lines of just doing it, say yes. Say yes to new opportunities. Of course, those have to be the right opportunities for you, and you have to take the time to evaluate whether they are in line with your purpose, goals, and objectives in general. However, if they are, don't hesitate to say yes. Say yes and learn how to do it afterwards. Say yes and muster the courage to go ahead and do it afterwards. The point is to really get in the habit of saying yes to opportunities that may be beneficial to you. I don't know if you've read The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. It was a book that really changed my perspective around the whole concept and idea of being more open to new things and things that are uncomfortable for us by simply saying yes. So I challenge you to say yes to more opportunities, yes to more things that scare you, yes to more projects that you think you may be unable to do, in order to really push yourself to do these things and to muster the confidence that you need to bring them to fruition and completion. Another way of developing your confidence is making peace with failure. One of the reasons why we are not willing to do things that scare us is because we're afraid of failing. But what is really failure other than an indication that we should try again? I actually have learned to cherish failure because it has taught me more things than success will ever teach me. Failure will teach you to start again. Failure will teach you to be more resilient. Failure will teach you to also combine the lessons that you have acquired through your trials and errors and apply it to a new concept, to a new way of doing things, in order to make it even more powerful and even more productive than it could have ever been had you not failed. So in that sense, failure is a precious teacher, and it's important for us, especially as working women, to make peace with failure, and to make peace with the fact that it is actually more of a teacher than it is a hindrance. Another way is to plan less and do more. I'm a planner. I like to plan things well in advance. I like to know and have all the details figured out. However, most of the time it robs you of the confidence that you need rather than helping you muster the courage that is really required to go above and beyond. So spend less time planning and more time doing. Not that you should shun the whole planning concept altogether, but just to spend less time planning every single detail of every project or every business venture, and to spend more time actually implementing and putting your ideas, your inspiration, and your motivation into practice. And another way is to practice accountability. There is nothing like being accountable to someone else to really push you to accomplish your goals and objectives. I have many accountability partners that help me stay honest and stay true to myself, as well as staying true to them, but also go beyond my comfort zone and really muster the confidence I need to do those things that I think I cannot do. Because having an accountability partner is also having a responsibility towards this person to accomplish the goals and objectives that you have promised them to accomplish within the time frame that you have promised them to accomplish them in. And it is a huge motivator when it comes to really beating that fear and mustering the confidence you need to really reach those goals and objectives that you may think that you cannot. Last but not least, developing courage and making the development of courage a daily and constant practice. This is about going beyond your comfort zone. This is about challenging yourself to do things that are uncomfortable, to be in uncomfortable zones that just help you develop instead of hinder you. And make that a daily and consistent practice. Every single day, I challenge you to do something that scares you. It may not be anything big. For some of us, it may just be speaking up in public, or it may just be stating our opinion, or it may just be saying no to something that we're uncomfortable doing or that we don't have the bandwidth to do. But just make it a point to develop your courage on a daily and consistent basis. These are a few more or less easy ways that I wanted to suggest when it comes to developing and mastering the self-confidence you need to reach and maximize your potential in and outside of work. What would you add to this list? I'd be curious to know. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.